everybody. Welcome to our first service and to this beautiful, beautiful Palm Sunday. Do you know it's Palm Sunday? Ask Celeste, okay? My topic this morning is the one that got away. Okay? Now, one of my very bratty spiritual sisters saw my topic and called me a few weeks ago, and she said, "Oh, how sweet. You're doing a talk about your ex-husband." And I said, well, I'm not going to tell you what I said. We are in church, okay? Okay, so this morning I want to talk about the perception of loss. The perception that there could be some area in our lives where our good could somehow be withheld from us, or our good could somehow be taken from us, or that there is something that should have happened in our lives that didn't happen. Now, that's the first thing I want to talk about. The second thing I want to talk about is what happens when we dwell in that consciousness. What happens to us when that's where we're dwelling. And then the third thing that I want to talk about is how to move out of that perception of loss by developing a greater vision. And vision is a word that I'll explain a little bit later. So, our perception, or what we see, or what we perceive, is based on our concept of reality. Now, it's our insights, it's our awareness, it's our views. Now, if we were to have 10 people look or study a painting for an hour and ask them afterwards what they saw, you'd probably have 10 very, very different views. All right, because they'd all be basing it on their own perception. We could tell a story to 10 different people and ask those 10 people to complete the story based on what they believed was possible. And you would probably have 10 very, very different endings. Right? Okay, so this morning, I want us to become aware of how we see things. I think it's very important that we become aware and determine whether or not a shift in perception or our ability to see things differently could actually open the door to a greater vision. Now, let's take a look at the perception of loss. Sometimes that perception starts very, very early in life. You know, it could be something as small or large, depending on how you view it, as a parent who didn't keep a promise to us. Maybe as early as the age 4 or 5. It could be some gift that we didn't get for Christmas. And maybe we take that and add it on to the promise that wasn't kept. It could be the teen who didn't get asked to the prom or didn't ask anyone to the prom. Okay? And we take that and we add it on to what's been going on up till then. And actually what you begin to see is that perception of loss is expanding. All right? So, and then we could have a high school graduate who didn't get into the college that they wanted to go to. Now, I was reading an article in the Wall Street Journal. Actually, it was online from the Wall Street Journal the other day. And it was an article about teenagers receiving rejection letters from the colleges that they applied to. And this was a great article. It was really done very well. I want to share a little bit of it with you. It said teenagers who face rejection will be joining good company, including Nobel laureates, billionaire philanthropists, university presidents, constitutional scholars, best-selling authors, and other leaders of business, media, and the arts who once received college or graduate school rejections of their own. See, I loved this because what it says is that just because it didn't work out, don't stop there. Don't stop there. That's not the end of it. All right. Then it goes on to say, both Warren Buffett and Today's Show host Meredith Vieira say that while rejected by the school of their dreams being rejected by the school of their dreams was devastating, it launched them on a path to meeting life-changing mentors. All right? Harold Varmus, winner of the Nobel Prize in Medicine, says getting rejected, listen to this, getting rejected twice by Harvard Medical School, where a dean advised him to enlist in the military, was soon forgotten as he plunged into his studies at Columbia University's medical school. For other college rejects from Sun Microsystem, co-founder Scott McNeely, and entrepreneur Ted Turner, to broadcast journalist Tom Brokaw, the turndowns were minor footnotes, just ones they still remember and still talk about. Now, I love that. I love that when we can take something that was obviously very devastating at the time that it happened and look back on it as a minor footnote, because what it tells us is that that person moved on. Okay? So basically, this says that we can get stuck in the one that got away, or we could keep going and let something wonderful come forward. Okay? Now, how many of us have gotten stuck in the one that got away? All right?